Today, Major League Baseball had their annual MLB trade deadline day, and we saw quite a bit of moves. But the one that is sticking out to me today is the Los Angeles Dodgers traded for pitcher You Darvish from the Texas Rangers. Now, this trade comes just moments or days after Clayton Kershaw was announced that he would be out for maybe up to 6 weeks. So this trade for You Darvish can explain one of 3 reasons why they made this move. 1, they needed an ace to complement Clayton Kershaw when he comes back. 2, they're thinking that 2017 is World Series or bust. Or 3, they'll be able to have the money to re-sign Kershaw and re-sign You Darvish because they're both going to be free agents at the end of the season. But if they cannot re-sign both of them, they're going to keep Kershaw and they'll let You Darvish go to free agency at the end of next season, or the end of this season. Because maybe it's more of a reason too where they think that 2017 is World Series or bust. Because right now, the National League isn't as competitive as the American League is. Because the Nationals and Dodgers have big leads, comfortable leads in their divisions. The NL Central is the only division in the National League that's up for grabs. And right now the Cubs, they started off as kind of a flop this season. Kind of the World Series hangover a bit, but things are starting to come together a little bit. They do have a 2.5 game lead in their division. So right now I'm going to just put this out there. The only 3 teams that could possibly even make the World Series are the Nationals, Dodgers, and Cubs. I know that's pretty obvious, but that's kind of why the Dodgers probably made this move, because they figured that it's World Series or bust. Because they really don't have to beat 2 teams to get there. And one of them is the Nationals, who they beat last year in the playoffs, and the Cubs, who they lost to in the playoffs last year. So right now, it's looking like one of those 3 teams is going to represent the National League in the World Series. In fact, I'll be shocked if it's anything different. But right now, I'm more than leaning towards it's either going to be the Nationals or Dodgers representing the National League in the World Series. But I did have the Nationals winning the World Series in my preseason predictions video. But a lot of people say that the Washington Sports kind of choke in the playoffs. Okay, assuming that the Nationals choke in the playoffs, the only team that can really get there are the Dodgers or Cubs. And I think the Dodgers could get them this year. Because the Cubs have lacked the consistency that they did last year. But on the AL side, the big trade we had from the American League was the Yankees traded for ace pitcher Sonny Gray. So they probably thought that, okay, the Yankees are probably setting up for a deep playoff run, because right now you've got Aaron Judge who's hitting a home run a night. Because the Yankees are a pretty solid team, but I don't think they're going to be World Series caliber this year. But I think they can definitely make a big run for it. Because the American League is up for grabs at this point. Because you got the Astros, you've got the Yankees, Red Sox. You've got all these different teams that can really get there. But in the National League, it's almost one-sided, to which it's almost kind of a guess. You can guess between the Nationals, Dodgers, or Cubs, which one's going to get to the World Series. But in the American League, it's not decided yet. Because you've got teams like Houston Astros, Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, the Cleveland Indians. Even the Royals are only 2.5 games back now because they're getting hot right now. So right now you've got 5 pieces that can be determined for the American League side, and only 3 for the National League side. But I'm going to end it at that. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Comment what you think the World Series matchup is going to be at this point. Because right now, I think it's either going to be the Dodgers or Nationals, because the Cubs are not as consistent right now as they were last year at this point. And for the American League, I think it's going to come down to the Indians or the Astros. Share this with your friends and family. I will see you next time. Have a good day, everybody.